Hello there, it's Bernardo again, and you're watching Vibe Code with me. And finally, today we're gonna be looking at the CLI agents. After some deviations, some new tools that I decided to review before jumping into the CLIs. And today we're gonna start with the one that I'm actually really longing to use. I think this is the tool that I have this weird feeling that I know I'm gonna use this every day. Although I've already been paying for the subscription for over a month, I haven't been using it because I want to give you a more real first impressions. So today we're gonna be taking a look at Claude Code, finally. So I guess for most people this might, not even need any introductions, but Claude Code is the first party agent from Anthropic, the same creators of Claude, Sonnet, and Opus, the models that I guess are the main models used for uh, programming. Although some people are using GPT, some people like using Gemini. I'll guess most people are using uh, Claude Sonnet. Oh, Sonnet. I don't know how to spell that. But yeah, it is a CLI tool. We already saw that. Actually, I already used it a little bit with in my Z video where we integrated using the ACP. Uh, it can technically, yeah, it's just a CLI tool. It's seemingly there are like extensions for VS Code and JetBrains, I guess. I don't know what they do other than just showing a sidebar. Never used that. I'm gonna be using mostly on the CLI. It has a lot of stuff, and likely I'm not gonna cover everything. It has things like different custom commands that you can do. What are the? Let's see if we have any docs here. Uh, yeah, some friends of mine said you can use Opus 4.1 for planning and then Sonnet for execution. I don't know. I'm gonna see how it goes, but do we have any documentations on this? I'm gonna have to find solutions coding. Maybe there's something here. But I am paying already the Anthropic Claude plan. I've been using mostly Claude Desktop. Yeah, I don't know if there's any other information here. But yeah, so we're gonna install. We can install with this. I'm gonna install slightly different. But yeah, let me just do one thing here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open my terminal, and I'm gonna use. I use Mies to manage my like dependencies, so you can see like, uh, yeah, I install a bunch of things using Mies. The ones in green are the ones that are currently being used. So yeah, so I normally use Mies to manage my some of the tools that I have, and I think I'm gonna just install with that. Uh, Actually, not. I'm gonna do this because I want to see. Okay, it doesn't. Not much happens. So yeah, I'm gonna do the Mies use -g npm uh, Anthropic AI Claude Code. I guess I need to do double latest maybe. Yeah, gonna pin to 1.0.1113. Let me just. Yeah, this is completely different, but also let me just drop these. I don't want this to be. Okay. Alright, so I should have Claude here. Is that Claude Code? Yeah, so I have Claude installed. And I'm going to, yeah, so we can play around. Yeah, again, for those that are not following this series, I'm preparing a big video where I'm gonna give an overview of all the coding agents out there. The ones that I'm gonna be testing, and yeah, and I've been testing a bunch of them. Already tested 6 different like IDE slash plugins. I'm considering adding like other four uh, plugins for VS Code and also reviewing some of those in JetBrains IDs just to see how they look and the UI and whatnot. But yeah, but now I'm starting with the CLI tools. I'm gonna test a lot of the first party ones: Claude Code, Codex CLI, Gemini CLI, Quen Code, and some of the other ones. There's Grok CLI, whatever. So starting with the CLI tools, and I've been just getting. I have this template, and yeah, I'm just gonna create a new repository. Gonna call Expensify Claude Code. Gonna create repository, and as soon as this is ready, maybe this is ready already. Yeah, I'm just gonna do git clone this. And honestly, this is my first time running Claude Code, so we're just gonna go Expensify Claude Code. I'm gonna do mistrust. I'm gonna do pnpm install. All right. npm run type check. Okay, we're good. So yeah, what I will do, I'm gonna have two things. I'm gonna have my NeoVim. Finally, I'm gonna be using my own editor, and I'm gonna run Claude Code in this other tab. I do want to test Code Companion eventually. That I can use Code Companion together with ACP to run Claude Code integrated with NeoVim. I'm gonna have a video just about this integration coming on later. But yeah. All right. So we are here. Let's see what we do. Maybe I do just Claude Code. Or just Claude, right? Welcome to Claude Code. I guess we go with dark mode. Oh, I'm gonna have to log in. Okay. Yeah, I do have a Claude account. Might have to. Okay. Yeah, my mail is showing, so I'm gonna have to change this a little bit. I hate showing my email on these things. But yeah, okay. This setup now. Oh, show my email again. Okay. All right. So yeah, sorry. I probably I now you're seeing the screen again. Just because I don't want to be showing my email. All right. Claude can make mistakes. You should always review Claude's response, especially when running code due to prompt injection risk. Only use it with the code you trust. Important advice, folks. Don't just run this anywhere. I mean, you shouldn't be running code you don't trust, but also be careful with the MCP servers you run. Like if you're running something like GitHub MCP and then you're reading issues, you can, yeah, be careful out there. All right. I'm just gonna go with the recommended settings. I'm not an expert to do. Let's see what it does. Do you trust the files in this folder? Yes, I do trust. Yes, proceed. Oh, I guess we're here. Yeah, so in the Kiro video, I didn't use the instructions I've said because in Kiro I was mostly interested in the whole spec-driven development. Ideally, if I wasn't trying to see how the same instructions run on different agents, I wouldn't. I would just run the init command here. I saw some people doing. I'm not gonna do it. Okay, maybe we should do it just to see. Yeah, just for first impression. But I will remove whatever it generates. Because I want to use the same instructions then to be a little bit more fair and evaluate more the other parts of the thing. But if you're doing a project, I would recommend you doing that. Let's just see what it does. Zigzagging. And because the thing that I learned is that the poor job that I've made trying to create a spec-driven development and docs and instructions to be shared, actually they make, yeah, I did a really bad job. I thought it was easier, but I did a really bad job. Yeah, it's doing some stuff. It's reading some things. Uh, yeah, let's see the. Yeah, I want to see how is the file creation as well, but I will likely just delete this Claude MD. Actually, I will create a commit just so I can track this. I'm gonna replace that with the instructions that I've been using on all the other videos. Control T to show to-dos. Yeah, see, so I guess this is a little bit like, it's not the best experience to review. There's no syntax highlighting. Yeah, honestly, did a really great job. Maybe I should keep that. That would be unfair, I guess. So yeah, the instructions that I have, and this is something that I made a mistake. I was trying to implement a spec-driven development workflow. So there's a lot of like things here about it. Uh, and yeah, it's not the best. Like yeah, a bunch of things that I honestly don't think makes a lot of sense. Review your own code before presenting to the user. I doubt that the model is gonna do that. Yeah. So yeah, I did a poor job, but because, so this is the tricky thing. I'm trying to be as fair as possible when evaluating the model, the agents, and so yeah, I think I will just scrap this. Uh, yeah, actually, this is much better, honestly, than what I've done. Uh, yeah. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do meet plot generated plot md file. I will move that to have a fairer evaluation of the agents when comparing. Alright, the only one that I opened an exception again was Kiro, because I guess the only selling point of Kiro was the spec-driven development. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna delete this. This is gonna come here. Gonna be Claude.md. Yeah, let me just close. Okay. All right. So next step is I'm going to configure. I want to configure MCP servers, and I have no idea how to configure MCP servers for Claude. Claude MCP servers config. How do I configure MCP servers? You know what? Let me just. I'm gonna do. Do I have okay? Yeah, and I'm just. Oh, okay. I can create an mcp.json file. Okay, so I guess all I need to do, I guess this AI file is already in the correct format. So I guess all I need to do is do this and do .mcp.json. And then if I do Claude, oh, perfect. Yeah, so we got, all right. MCP, all right. That was easy. Great. What else do we need to know? Is there a way like to do like, yeah, so Claude Code has this thing like called sub agents. I honestly think this can be useful maybe like in a monorepo kind of thing, or maybe you want to have something that's specialized for front end and something for back end, and you just have different agents for doing that. I'm not sure I will use that much. Yeah, okay. I think the other thing, like for spec driven development, maybe you want to have like an agent, a sub agent for like designing the specs, some agent for you know architecting things, and different sub agents. But I'm really noob, so I'm not gonna do anything advanced here. Okay, there's still okay. You can create custom output styles. Oh, okay, so output styles is just like a system prompt, I guess. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna mess with that. I'm not gonna be doing designing the prompts and whatnot. Hmm. Yeah, if you want the if I want the spec driven development that we had with Kiro, I likely would use the GitHub spec kit. Yeah, not specify spec kit. I mean the CLI specified doesn't. So I guess I would likely use something like that because they just going to integrate with like Claude, and then I have like, yeah, again, I'm not gonna be implementing the whole networking uh, infrastructure. I'm just gonna use the web server library because I'm lazy and likely dumber than people using these and building these things. Perfect. Okay. Model goes to protocol. Hooks. Yeah, hooks. We also had something like that in Kiro, I guess. Okay. Yeah, this is cool. Like run prettier uh, whenever a file is saved. I guess this would be cool. Yeah, I guess we just need to start playing around that. But yeah, it's so much to learn and to improve, and only like 2 hours to play. Uh, there's an SDK. Why? Why would I want that? Like to create my own agents, I guess. Hmm, that's interesting. I'm not sure exactly. Hmm. Guess you can just wrap Claude Code. You can just create like a shell and then maybe charge money for that. All right. Configuration. Okay, you can have a dot Claude dot settings dot JSON. Uh, okay. Can we do you have any like doc thing to fetch? Yeah, I'm wondering if Claude Code require me to add extra, like if you want to search the web and whatnot, if I need to, add these MCP servers myself, or if you can like, yeah. Let me just check one thing. It's gonna go to AI LLMs TXT. I'm gonna say what is the gist of file. Okay, it does have fetch built in, which by the way, prompt injection alert. Yeah, just be careful. But I mean, if I guess I actually pasted the URL, I'm not gonna have anything like that. Okay. All right. Context. What? What is even that? Okay. This is a cool visualization. Okay, so I guess this is system prompt. I'm not sure what is system prompt and what is system tools here. But I guess this is system prompt and this is like system tools. This is the MCP tools. Memory files. Okay, it has some memory in there. Okay, so memory files like the Claude MD file. All right. Okay, there's a bunch of other commands here. Let me just see. Oh, okay, so I guess this is for you. All right. Okay, can set up permissions. Let me see what else we have here. Get comments from a pull request. Privacy settings. Shall we select that? Okay. Help improve Claude is false by default. This is great. I hate when these things are on by default. I mean, we're sending a bunch of things to their model, and I'm pretty sure they're likely gonna use that. Even if you say you don't want to, I don't trust anyone. I mean, I trust enough to use them and install, but you know what I mean. I'm not buying into the we're not gonna use your data. Vim and normal editing modes. Okay, so there is some to-dos here. Let me just do the Vim thing. Okay, what does it do? I do full. Okay. So I come here again. Am I on? Okay. I don't understand this Vim. I don't understand. Like I cannot just go up and, and select things to. Yeah, whatever. Good, good, good. Control underscore, Control Z to suspend. Yeah, how do I stop? I guess Control Z is to suspend. Double tap S to clear input. Okay. Bash mode. Okay, I can do ls. And I can see how many files in my directory. I mean, I just gave you the... Okay, you want the recursive thing. Yeah, whatever. Okay, but it's kind of cool to have this here. I guess maybe it's interesting to do this, right? I can run Claude here. And then I can have Claude in my terminal. And then, you know, I want to run a test, I just do npm run test, right? Yeah, by the way, let me just do one thing. So my package it runs the. Yeah, I don't know why the default for VTest is to run on watch mode, but yeah. So if I, and so maybe I can do this, and then if I need, but I'm going to assume I'm gonna run Claude in a step different terminal, and I can test that later. Okay, what else do I have here? Oh, I can do. All right. Always run. I'm just gonna say never run npx. Only use pnpm run. Perform a defined pnpm run test, or if needed, use pnpm exec. Okay, so I save what I do. I can do this, and then I can come to Claude MD. I mean, it's just adding a weird thing. I'm just gonna do other guidelines. So I guess if it's going to be adding on the end, I can do that. Yeah. Okay. What else do we have? Okay, Shift Enter. I can. Okay. Control T, Control O. Oh, Control T. Control O. Okay. What is? Let me just do one thing though. What is the Shift tab to auto accept edit? I want to see the suspend. This is like a suspend. Yeah, that's not what I want. How do I make it stop? Like if I. What is your name? Oh, ask to interrupt. Okay. All right. I think I'm good to start. Just gonna get more water and I'm gonna be right back. Let's just yeah, on the AI thing. Let me just delete this. I'm gonna say commit project setup. All right. I'm going to get some water. I'm gonna be right back for the 2-hour vibe coding session. It's gonna be a long night. See you soon. Be right back. All right, so we're here. I'm gonna start the vibe coding session finally. So again, what we do, just gonna take this thing here. I'm gonna see how I can. Okay, just gonna come here. Can I do? Okay. I guess it doesn't change anything, so I guess it's just gonna parse it. So yeah, I guess. Can I click here? No, yeah, it doesn't. Can I use? Okay, can use Alt. Let me see the Control O. Yeah, I mean, MKDeer is fine. Man, look at the tokens going. Okay, so it created a task that, okay, so this is the first task. Some of these are already done. We already have the users. You're gonna have to have the organization and memberships, I guess. Okay, yes. Okay, task 2. Okay, I'm just gonna do most of task 1 and 2 are already done with the exception of the user, sorry, with the org membership part. So maybe first analyze the current code base and then create the task 1. Task in my mind. So yeah, not doing a great job on planning. I guess most of them didn't, honestly. In my mind, task 1 should be mostly about making replacing the placeholder host model with model gRPC router components with basic org creation, likely skipping the invitation part for now. Drop after the new org gRPC router is set up and tested based on the existing thing, then we can drop the post stuff. The posts references are the new routers and components can be the reference themselves, and we also should make sure basic code quality is achieved. npm run check passes and all tests pass. Ideally, we should also and this includes gRPC Prisma schema changes, gRPC routers, and new UI pages components for listing org membership and creating new orgs the user belongs to and creating new orgs. Well, what else am I missing? And we should also maybe we can already create a update org page so we can also lay the foundation for some basic authorization reusable functions for the routers UI. For example, ensuring org membership to org and ensuring org admin to edit the org name, for example. You're absolutely right. And I love, like, they always do that. By the way, let me just cp.m.example.m pnpm db push test pnpm run test. Alright. Okay. Okay, database is RPC rooted, implemented recruit operations, UI basic pages components for listing and creating organizations, basic authorization utilities for org membership and admin checks, organization update functionality with admin only access, all test passing and code quality checks. Post related code can be safely removed as reference implementation. Extend Prisma schema or organization membership models, organization, membership, and proper relationship and index. Okay. Create and run database migration, create organization TRPC router, create list get ID. This organization will roll info, create new organization, user becomes admin. Perfect, seems great. Organization order to approve or create organization utilities for reuse, require membership, require org admin, like that. Build organization in a component. Yes. Okay, I like it. I'm taking a slower approach here. I'm realizing that because this is like a full screen experience. I mean, I know I could open on a sidebar, but I realized, let's write down all the other tasks first before we start with any of them. I want to see what it. But because this is a more like a full stack, like full screen experience, I feel like I'm less inclined of just running this in autopilot. Maybe if I'm feeling confident, I'll just do the shift tab thing and let it do all the edits. But I like editing these, reviewing these, and I feel more like part, especially on this phase. I guess when we're editing code, I'm gonna go more YOLO. Because okay, I know this is unfair, but yeah, I had this problem with Z. I know it's kind of unfair, but because none of the others did that, I don't want to do the full email thing right now. To keep things simple for now, let's keep real email sending and just adjust the experience to log and invite link to the terminal, but also have a way for a login user to get all the invitations to new orgs that match the current user email, removing the need to check the email for the invitation link. Similar, yeah. This is important because while we already have some sort of email sending work, all the setup is being done by next alt, and properly configuring my mailer can be a pain. Okay, like this. Okay, this is good. Yes. Perfect. Yes. And is there a way to put like syntax highlighting in Claude Code? I'm gonna do a slight deviation. Claude Code syntax highlight. Highlighting. View edit. Hmm. Yeah, I guess I could just do this, right? I'll just run like lazy git. I have. Yeah, I don't know. I'd love to just see syntax highlighting in here. It'd be much better. But yeah, yes. Again, I'm just gonna accept this because honestly, we never managed to get to this point in 2 hours. So I think it's a good thing. Like I made the project big enough that we don't run out of things to do. Uh, if it was too easy, then all the models would get there. So yeah, we normally stop around the expense CRUD part. What is this? Hmm. I'm just wondering why it's only gonna do this. Yeah, honestly, whatever. I think we can adjust that after. Yeah, I guess 7 and 8 should be part of all the other tasks, honestly. Let me just review the task review one. Yeah, just list the UI things. Yeah, by the way, this is not the case. Oh, sorry, this is not the case anymore. Missing, yeah. Interesting. It defined a different order for. That's an interesting take. Now that I think about it, like doing the invitations after everything else makes sense. I I will I will not follow that though. Just because to be able to compare things a little bit properly. But now that I think about it, I feel kind of dumb. Yeah, it does make sense to only implement the invitation after, because I should be able to create expenses and submit it myself. Although it's a little bit weird if you think about the policies requiring but this is the category uh, CRUD thing. It's mostly admin. We don't even need anyone else. Okay, let's increase the priority of the invitation just so we can better replicate the experience the users will have. That is, let's implement test 2 right after test 1. Yeah, the whole template, honestly, again, really dumb thing. I don't think it adds a lot of value. I think a bunch of like nested lists would be better. Uh, okay, honestly, I'm just going to add it. Yeah, because I think we do need this to be able to do this, right? So just gonna do this here. So this is gonna be 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we're gonna go to task 3, go to 0. Yeah, we're just gonna implement them in order. Okay, interesting. Okay. I think I will clear up the conversation history. Okay, let's just do All right, this is gonna do docs define tasks. All right, and I'm gonna do clear. Okay, actually I'm going to compact. This is gonna be better. Let's summarize. Just gonna do compact and see what it does. So this should reduce the context of what we've done so far. Hmm. I feel like it would be. I think this like compacting the context could easily be done in like with a local model, like a simple one. Because I guess then we would not use a lot of tokens. I don't know. Just thinking out loud. Okay, perfect. So if I do context now, it's much smaller. So let's do test 001. Just gonna say that. Okay, so it created. Okay, you can have this. This was done already though. That's fine. This was already done, but it doesn't matter. I think now I'm gonna get more into like the YOLO mode and just say Shift Tab and let it cook. Yeah, this is not gonna work. Gonna still need to add the other things. Let's see what it's done. Model organization. All right. ID name created by ID. Okay. Membership has an index on the name. Why do we need an index on the name though? Does it need an index on the name? Seems a little bit like unnecessary. I wouldn't add that. Okay, membership is unique user ID organization ID has an index on organization user. That's good. Although I'm pretty sure you don't need to add that because I think when you do the relation, it already adds an index. But yeah. I think though, I'm not sure. Okay, so it's using the MCP server that I set up. This is great. Yeah, I think you can trust the migrate dev command. Yeah, I did a push. That's likely the reason. Okay, let's see the migration. Okay. So this is actually creating everything. I will ask you to squash the migrations after so we don't have the post thing. Oh, it already? That was fast. I forgot how to do the forward all thing. But yeah. List. Oh, it already updated it. Okay, this is going too fast. um, let's run this npm run dev. Have it created a test though? No, it haven't created the tests. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's gonna struggle with the test part. And let me do Control O so I can review the. Okay. Okay, so for the code, at least it does have syntax highlighting. I just didn't have for markdown. Okay, so this is the thing we saw. Root just added. Okay, just read the file. Just added the organization router there. Require org membership. Okay, so this is just the functions that we have. So context, organization ID, context, organization ID. Amazing. Amazing. That's actually really good code. Yeah, this is the React part. Okay, use mutation on success, invalidate. Okay, it's doing the invalidate stuff on the. Okay. Oh wait, it already. Let me just review the tests already. Yeah, this is gonna work. We don't need this, but yeah, it's gonna work. Okay, I'm gonna. I have no idea what I've done actually. He hasn't manually. Uh, I'm gonna require it to show me the. I didn't want it to go in plan mode actually. I think I made a mistake. I think I'm going to suggest something different, just because this. Yeah, just let's just go. Let's just let it fix stuff. I wonder if this is like subtasks and if we're gonna go back to the tasks that worked before, or because when I did the shift tab thing, it. Okay. Okay, this is what I expect. Okay, this is also what I expect. Run db push test reset. Okay. I like this Control O to expand and close. Oh no, I just realized that it just added stuff and then. No, that's not gonna work. It won't work because the last change you made to the test is wrong. We still need to pass out the.fm to the v.mock call for the server out. But because we are not setting expectations, I'm just gonna say that actually. Okay, now it should work. Okay, I'm gonna test the application. Okay, I just close these. Actually, just close everything. Cut that below. Perfect. Sign in. Example.com. Gonna go to localhost 825. No, I'm actually, I just realized I'm on the wrong database, but yeah, whatever. Okay, just do my organizations, create your first organization. Nice org. Can I add it? Okay, it didn't. We are almost done. I want to change a few things. Let's scratch the migrations to a single initialized DB migration for now. Just delete and run the correct gizmo reset command. 2. When editing the org name, the results don't update in the screen automatically. It requires a reload, likely something to do with server versus client side, or with instance that query invalidate and it calls. Need to investigate that. So I hope it creates 2 to-dos. Okay. Let's see what it does. Wait, what? Did it really just run rm-rf and didn't ask me for permission? That's scary. Yes. Perfect. Oh. Do another thing here actually. Let me just. I forgot to zero expensify hero docker compose down the expensify Claude Code docker compose .ht pnpm run db migrate. Okay, good. Yes, you can run that. All right. Let's see if it works. pnpm run dev. Another example.com. Let's go here. Sign in. My organizations. Create organization. Nice org. Create organization. Okay. One more thing. Now the first render from the server doesn't show the org list. I guess we need to do a quick fetch to properly hydrate, to properly fetch. fetch one first, render and hydrate the client. There is a hydrate something component for Next.js. Let's see if we can do this. It's just testing its knowledge of Next.js. I have no idea if this will work, honestly. This is a little bit beyond my league. This is amazing. Alright, edit, nice org. Great job. Great. All right. Perfect. Let's now update the progress based on task 001. Is it completed though? Please make sure everything else is. Okay, almost done with task 1 and great. Great, so I'm just gonna do this, gonna add everything here. This is a bunch of new code. I'm not gonna review it. It's vibe coding, man. Let's go. Basic org list and creation. Great. How's the context? Yeah, I probably should look compact. Yeah, I'm actually just gonna do a clear now. What is reset and new? Just gonna do clear. And let's do task 002. This is great. Okay, let's review the invitation model. Okay, so I guess this is in organization. This is in user, I guess. Yeah. Oh, it's done the invitation router already. Okay, let me review that. Hmm. Acquire or get mean. Hmm. Let's go to invitations. Let's do LSP restart. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if it is likely, should not be checked here. Should be, maybe there should be like a database transaction. Uh, yeah, Prisma doesn't have select for update and stuff like that, but it is what it is. Uh, okay, this pending for user gets the current session. Gets the email. Okay. Right. You don't need to do that. You made a mistake in creating the tests. You don't need to manually call anything from checks at transactional unit testing. This is done by the test automatically whenever you do v.mock server db c mocks you forgot to mock the out part. See how we do it in test.ts. Please also add that to your memory in Claude.md. Okay. Been 1 hour on it already. It's been going good so far. Out mocking. Yes, let's run the test, see what he... For updating the test DB, you should run npm run test reset instead. Yes, it already has the migration, right? Yeah. Okay, let's test this. npm run dev. All right, we have here, let's invite someone at example.com, send invitation. Yeah, okay, we're gonna test that. I'm gonna do localhost 3000, sign in, someone at example.com, localhost 8025, sign in, my orgs. Okay, so it shows it here, but I guess if I just go straight to this, oh, it just accepts the invitation. All right, yeah, whatever. Okay, I'm on this org here. Yeah, my organizations, nice org. And I guess I cannot edit it. All right. That looks good. I really want to, yeah. All right, let's update. Yes, I guess we were good, right? npm run check. Let's fix lint issues. Can I run the test npm run test? Yeah, all tests are passing. Void versus await. What is the difference? I mean, can we not use any? I'm just still have any types in the code base. Okay, perfect. Let's update task02 progress. Okay, this is fine. Yeah, these are the changes. Components, invite acceptance. Yeah, this should be like a button, but yeah, whatever. I digress. Yeah, honestly, that's what you get when you're doing like late night stuff. Okay. Feet org invitation. Perfect. Let's do. We're just gonna try like not shrinking the contest and do like let's do task 003. I guess this is gonna be like a really simple one. Now we just vibe, I guess. Yeah, I need. When it gets like to the end of these vibe sessions, I'm honestly already tired. 2 hours straight is exhausting, especially. Yeah, I wanna. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna allow PNPM run. I mean, it's the stuff that I configured. Should be fine. But I'm normally already tired after 1 hour, and I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't like these. These videos is mostly for those that want to see how the experience goes. But I doubt that a lot of people are gonna watch this. So I'm almost certainly talking to myself here. But maybe. Because my plan is to release the bigger video where I'm going to like to actually the smaller video, but about everything where I'm gonna compare the tools, give my opinions, like a summary. I guess maybe some people will like, oh, so you reviewed this thing. Let's see how that went, and then they go into one specific video of the two they like the most. But I really doubt that people are gonna be watching this. That's why I started putting time annotations, because maybe people are just gonna go watch a little bit of the video, then jump straight to the end to see my wrap up comments. Yeah, sorry, but this is kind of like the format that I'm doing here, because this is mostly me learning how to use all these tools. So then I can give you the the summary of my experience. But I still want to record this raw experience, like almost like a live coding session. I'm just not doing live coding. Uh, yeah, all the time my email leaks and it's just weird. I'm just read the test file. Test. Category test. Yes, okay, did the mark correctly. But yeah, error editing the file. Travel, taxi, flights, hotels, etc. Create category. Let's go to the okay, edit. hotels, Uber, public category. I didn't want it to do that. Okay. I chose the accept invitations as well. Maybe you should just hide it, but yeah. The UI overhaul is gonna come later. Let's do new Uber Eats restaurants, coffee, etc. Whatever. Okay, that's good. And I'm just write down the time so I can edit this. I'm gonna do all right. Let me just do one thing here. npm run check. npm run. Okay, yeah. Let's just do. Let's just report progress on tab 003. Alright, let's do a compact over here, feed category crude. Alright. Delete these. Perfect. Let's do test 004. But I mean, overall, Claude Code has been maybe the fastest agent. I know I'm not like scrutinizing, but like I'm looking at things, it's getting the patterns right, it's making less mistakes. It's honestly quite good. Like in terms of like raw performance, it's the best. The UI is not the greatest, especially for reviewing code. Like if this was a more serious thing, but I guess I can always like just create a PR and review the PR like I would, or have some like after like a first manual test, then I review the changes. Like it's just a different workflow. But I've been like trusting it more than I trusted the other ones. Like it's just running, just doing less mistakes. I can do less. Like I don't require a lot of supervision. So yeah, so far so good. Okay, I'm gonna need to review this more carefully. This is not auth. This is okay. Second, the policy is not an out policy. It is related to expenses, not authentication. Because you put on the as I was saying, it makes fewer mistakes. I just realized it's doing something weird. Because you put on the alt helper file, I'm afraid you might be confusing things. Oh, I'm approaching the 5 hour limit. That's gonna be a bummer. It's gonna be a shorter video. I'm not gonna wait for that. I'm just gonna do. Yeah. So, yeah, instead of running out of time, we are running out of tokens. Hmm. Resets 3 a.m. That's bad. Um, yeah, maybe to. I'm confused on what to do now. Maybe I should just stop this video here. You know, 1 hour less. And I mean, we already saw that this was much faster, although it reached the limit quite fast as well. I'm definitely not upgrading this too expensive, and I paid for the whole year. You know, in a normal like project that I'll be using that, I'll just actually just wait. I think this 5 hours is fine. Like you do a lot of work, and I'll likely spend like the. I could easily spend 2 hours now reviewing all the code that was done, you know, and playing around with things, maybe improving some things here and there. Uh, yeah. Or I can stop now tomorrow in the morning when I wake up. I do another what, like 70, 80 minutes now, and we go up to 120, right? So I do 50 minutes more. Maybe that's fair. I guess I will do that because I want to compare what 2 hours of coding with the model is. We just learned that, you know, yeah, you can do, if you really push it, you can do a lot more. You can easily spend all your tokens. But again, this was the fastest like thing. I think we haven't even reached this thing in any of the others. I had to double check the other code bases. So I think it is fair that okay, this reached the limit, but if you were paying the max, or there's like the Claude pricing. What is the pricing for Claude? Uh, so I'm on this one, right? And you can do like this. So you can have like 5 times more usage. I think the yeah, this should be enough, right? But I'm not paying $100 monthly. I paid 200 upfront for a year. Uh, yeah, that's what I'm doing. And I guess if you're really pushing it, maybe you can pay the max plan. There's also the team thing, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna give 50 more minutes tomorrow. It's also good. I end up a little bit earlier. Can go to bed tomorrow. I'm just gonna leave it here, and as soon as I wake up, I'm gonna come back here and continue the recording. So see you tomorrow in the morning. Right, I'm back. It's now the next morning. My dogs are going a little bit crazy in the backyard. Might see them passing behind me, but got some coffee. And I'm just gonna ask Claude Code to continue. Let's see. So yeah, it's interesting. We're gonna go for 40 more minutes. So yeah, until 10:30, something like that. It's interesting how at the same time Cloud Code was the fastest, like it generated the most amount of code in the least amount of time. In the end, it had to stop, right? Like it was cut off by usage limit. Although, you know, on the 5x plan, you will get 5 times the usage, and I think it would be enough to keep working non-stop, right? So I guess if you use Cloud Code a lot, it might be worth paying the $100 per month. Oh, right. Comprehensive tests. What is the file that is generating? Okay, I guess I'm gonna generate the LSP restart. Man, so this has been great. Most of the time, Cloud Code just do the right thing. Yeah, tests are a little bit verbose. I guess you could like rewrite as some like factories, but yeah, it is what it is. I guess. I wonder if we should. Oh, we have. I didn't realize we had that. That's crazy. It's wild. to. Hmm. Okay, let's say it's 200 organization wide. Oh, Claude Code just went crazy. Okay, let me jump in. Hmm. Yeah, this is honestly because Prisma sucks, right? Like, they should be able to create a unique index even for no values. For whatever reason, it seems that you can't. Let me just check one thing. No, it's the policy test. Next amount. Oh, it's a decimal. All right. Okay, let me try to create a policy again. Okay, let me add another policy, mu. I'm gonna make for this member. Let's do 300. Okay, so let's go mu. So for your average user, okay, perfect. That's good. All right, let's see if the others you can see. Okay, you can see. Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be able to see other users' policies, right? So let's do this here. Let's add a new policy. Let's do travel. Let's say org wide. Let's say travel maximum is 500. Requires view, and let's do another travel for the admin. Oh, sorry. Add policy. Yeah, this is why it's horrible. Travel admin can do 1,000. Also requires manual review. Now if I come here, yeah. So I'm gonna request some changes. You need to make some changes. The non-admin shouldn't be able to see user-specific policies that are not targeted at them. Yeah, what I'm gonna do feat basic policy manage. From here, do this. You're absolutely right. Come on, why you have to always do that? Yeah, fun tip. Anytime someone talks about something related to, I mean, you need to add task first. Yeah. Anytime someone talks something about like LLMs, you just answer them. You're absolutely right. So nobody will know if you are an AI or not. Yeah. This would never happen, right? Oh no, okay, I see. We just adding this input. Okay, makes sense. Maybe I need to restart again. Yeah, probably will find out the issue. Perfect. What do I have? Task. So this is gonna be marked as done. And have this. Yeah, I think we can likely even do the expense submission. gonna show in the video. All right, really good. Perfect. Let's write a stat. Let me just, yeah, things are working. A status update in +004. All right. Feet complete. I'm just gonna call fix policy man policy list authorization fix for non-admins. All right. Still have more, like 20 more minutes. Let's do. Let me just check the context. Yeah. Compact. You know what? Reset. Clear. Let's do clear. Let's do task 00. Yeah, you're likely getting some noise on the microphone because my dog in the morning really likes to be with me. One of my dogs. Let me see if both are here. Yeah, just one of them are here. The other one is outside. And but Chewy, the one that I had for 6 years now, she just loves to be with me, especially in the morning. And she was like, "Come on, let me in. I know you're recording your videos, but please, let me in." Yeah, that's vibe coding, right? Like you just stay with your dogs. Got you. No, look, it's jello. Okay, come on out here, outside. I'm really okay. Yeah, Claude Code has been my favorite so far in terms of like this code quality. This is so good. I really want to test Spec Kit though. Yeah, I think a lot will come down to quality assurance nowadays, and this is. Hmm. yeah, I really want to test spec kit, but also uh, BDD Claude Code. What is the I found like a library that I forgot. That pretty much was BDD. It was BDD with playwright Claude Code. What was the yeah, I'll get the link. I'll get the link. It's not one of these. Let me just check on my phone. It was like a simple wrapper for BDD. Let me just get in my phone. 1 second. Links. I sent on a. Yeah, that was the. So, yeah. So this guy was interesting. Uh, so this was a BDD for playwright, but it had some. Yeah, it's not anything specific, but because the way you can. Yeah, I really think like AI is gonna be great, and we're gonna be have an easier time validating these, right? Like this type of text rather than complex code because of this interaction of the the step definitions and the gherkin language, right? This is much easier for us to read and agree with the with AI. I mean, that's the reason why people use that. But because it used to be so cumbersome to write these, and then the step definitions, people avoided using it. But now with AI, writing this is the easy part, right? So I feel like having I feel like having that is a really good thing. And then you can use playwright and yeah. So this is just instead of running with forgot the name of the library. Yeah, Cucumber.js. Instead of using with Cucumber, uh, you can use playwright as the test runner. And yeah, I just think this can be a really interesting idea that I want to test. So I think something like these alongside uh, alongside spec kit can be really interesting. And then I guess we likely just need some extra. I would like something to be able to visually see the screens, like integrated directly here, like something I don't know, to generate some reference uh, images, or maybe what we do is that we create a mock. We created two projects, right? One is the full working front end, and the other one is like a mock thing where you can fast iterate on the design, like everything just mock, just front end. Maybe that's an interesting take. You do like a throwaway project in the beginning. PNPM test is fine. So yeah, so I really want to experiment with this, and yeah, I not sure if I will do this recorded or not. Let me know if someone is watching this. Let me know if you would like a video about it. But yeah. Yeah, Prisma language status is fine. Oh, I know why it's this test. Oh, okay. This is memory. Whenever you make changes to the database and want to run tests, run the npm test reset before. Project memory. I added a new memory explaining how to do what you need. Let's see if it is smart enough to. Okay, this is getting a little bit. Well, it went a little bit crazy, but oh man, what a time to be alive. I mean, okay. Maybe we should step back and let me just do one thing and plan how the stats should look like, returning the full count but amount being only the approved submitted is here. Maybe we need to have a more broken down statistics response. You know what I will try to do instead of so go to tasks 005. Yeah, I would love to do 6 as well. Let's see if it work out. Yeah, likely this could be like this could be like optimized, rewritten, you know. I want to see how that looks like. Alright, there's only one thing left to fix. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, whatever. Okay, it says it's working. Let's see. And I try to navigate to my expenses. I get 2 errors. I like the that it didn't like the pasted thing. Yeah, that was really good. Interesting. Okay, actually this is cool. Like seeing how it runs the shell. Yeah, this is getting a little bit weird. There's likely a better way. So let me check it again now. Oh, that's because I had to restart, really. Okay. Mu. No, let's go. Yeah, mu should be automatic, right? Expensive food. Got an error again. Another part off. Okay, let's change. Make this is clearly a gRPC downside, but let's make our routers explicit then by converting these numbers on the router responses. Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of working. So minimum expense. I want to see if I do 120 more expensive. Yeah, this shouldn't be. Oh, wait. Oh yeah, I have 300. Okay, let's do 110. Mu. Another one. It's crazy. No, that's great. I'll also submit a 600 travel flight to London. Okay, but if I do a 400 travel flight to Madrid, pending review. If you don't have the review thing, then yeah, there's some. That's actually cool. Perfect. Let's write a status update on test005. PC custom scholars. Can we do custom scholars on gRPC? Kind of sad. Yeah, dealing with like big num, big int and decimal in JavaScript is just a pain. Normally, like what I do is I just make my APIs return like a string, and then I manually convert things, or I use something like custom scholar when I was doing like GraphQL thing. But hmm, perfect. Just gonna do here feat expense submission. Honestly, we're just like a few minutes over the 2 hour. So yeah, this is impressive. This is really, really impressive because yeah, okay, we got the timed out in 1 hour and 20 minutes, but then just went just went to bed, woke up the next day, and then used 40 more minutes, and then we are actually much farther away from anything else. We didn't do a lot of like UI. It was the more focused thing compared like with Zed that we went on this that weird sidetrack uh, for mailing. But yeah, really impressed. I'm gonna wrap it up now. Let me just this is pushed. And so closing thoughts on Claude. This was the best model agent so far. Uh, it could be for multiple reasons, but it was fast. The edits were really good. It didn't like a lot of the other ones had issues with the edits being wrong, like things getting into the middle, putting random like line breaks, or even failing a lot. Claude did fail to do edits, but I guess it's because it's trying to do smarter edits. This is my assumption. And then it might be expecting something, and then it do something. Then every time it failed to write, it would read it again and then write. So I guess the edits are a little bit smarter, and that's why sometimes you got it wrong. Not sure, but honestly, it was the best experience. It was the fastest and the easier to use. I went a little bit like YOLO, but because after a few things, except from the planning part where we had to iterate a little bit, after we had the things, it was just going for things and just making it work. And I think the end result is actually quite good. Uh, the value I think is amazing, like $20 for that, uh, and the fact that you're not tied to a specific uh, they're not tied to a specific IDE because it's just a terminal app. And I still want to test the plugins for VS Code and whatnot. Uh, yeah, maybe we should do this now. I will just test this. I will do another video where I'm going to review integrating Claude Code into multiple editors. I'm going to use, of course, we already saw Zed, and I'm going to test with NeoVim and Code Companion, and then I can also test with VS Code and JetBrains IDE. I think this is I'm gonna take that in consideration for the final review, like how easy these CLI models are easy to integrate with existing IDEs. So yeah, I think I'll likely do another video where I'm gonna test also other agents from like there are some plugins. So maybe yeah, like plugins for JetBrains and VS Code, and maybe this will be like a good comparison video of like, oh, you want to keep using your VS Code or JetBrains IDE, what AI should you use? And then I guess this is an interesting thing to take. So yeah, similarly, you can integrate Claude Code to those things. I will test that eventually, but not on this video. This video I'm mostly interested in the agent. But honestly, the CLI experience was quite solid. Yeah, even reviewing the code, although, I would still prefer an approach where I do this vibe code session, create a PR, and then I review a PR like I would review anyone else's PR, scrutinizing, testing, manual testing stuff. So yeah, honestly, I'm not I'm not gonna say that I'm impressed because I already expected this to be this good because of what all my coworkers and friends and people are talking about Claude Code. I held back using Claude Code because I wanted this to be my first impressions of actually using it, and yeah, I'm not impressed. Okay, I'm impressed but not surprised. Yeah, that would be the correct word. And right now, this would be my recommendation for engineers. Like if you're actually coding and you understand things and what like yeah, that would be my recommendation because I don't think for you the UI would matter that much. You already have your stuff. You have probably ways where you can review code. You can open your favorite editor, see diffs or whatever. So for those that are already like engineers, I think you don't need all the fluff of like the custom IDEs or even yeah. So I think right now Claude Code is really good. I'm really looking forward for the other like first party agents because I still believe that those would be the tools that better use their own models, right? Like they are tuned for a specific model, how they send context, what are the system prompts and these kind of things. They need to be tuned for each model. And so yeah, really looking forward. Codex will be the next one. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you're watching the whole video or if you jumped ahead to the closing thoughts, but you like this video, please leave a like. Also subscribe to the channel would be really appreciated. And see you in the next one. Bye bye.